bay of 71 cubic feet and a life expectancy of 16.5 years. This is the space vehicle that could transport you into the 21st century.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and we are back with my friend Griffin, who we've shot, let's see, 3 times now, right? We've shot your brood of an Apache before you gave it even more power.
Yeah, that was when it had the LS in it. Now it's got a twin turbo Hemi.
That truck was a little bit scary, but your twin turbo Chevelle, ballistic, the Roadrunner, I love, more classic. It's like we've shot 3 really rad vehicles with you.
Yeah, it's great to be back. You guys are, I had the most fun shooting with you guys, man.
We have a good time, definitely. You know, when I first saw a Volvo, it's like, all right, well, I know if Griffin didn't buy a grocery getter Volvo, I know you're gonna build something to get after it.
I bought it for $2,000 2 years ago today. That was good timing.
Yeah.
Kind of as a joke. A couple buddies at the time had some station wagons, like some Caprice wagons and stuff like that. And we were just, you know, to go have fun with them, and kind of just a throwaway car, really. One night, after several glasses of wine, I looked down the rabbit hole of the internet and I said, oh, what's it gonna take to put an LS in this thing and a big transmission and stuff? So I found a couple companies, and motor mounts were like 160 bucks. Add to cart, perfect. Transmission mounts, 75 bucks. Add to cart, perfect. So I bought a 4.8 for 120 bucks off of Marketplace, and you know, just that type of stuff. So I've always been a Magnuson Supercharged fan when I choose to go blower.
I mean, obviously the Chevelle's turbo, the truck.
Everything's twin turbo. I wanted to switch this one up a little bit. Play with the blower stuff again. I had a Z06 that was like a time attack car that was a pretty awesome car with a Magnuson on it. That car ripped, so obviously I just called these guys back up again and said, all right, here's what I'm doing. I got this little crappy motor, but I want to make big power. Kind of buy once, cry once. Let's just go to the biggest blower you guys offer and go from there. So this is the 2650 Copo kit that's, you know, on there, like on the Copo Camaros and the big stuff. After, you know, a couple of weeks, I'm just thinking, I'm like, dude, okay, wait a second. We just got this really gnarly blower and this junk motor. This ain't gonna work.
Not gonna go so well.
No, so it's, I called my buddy Nick at Hustler Race Engines, and I've known Nick for years and years and years. And he's honestly the only one that I trust building my engines, whether it's a stock rebuild LS or a 3,000 horsepower monster. Gave him a call, said, hey dude, here's what I'm doing with it. I want this to be a true zero maintenance engine. I don't want to have to lift a valve cover off it. I don't want to do, you know, check bearings or, you know, run valve flash, zero.
Because your plan along with going to drag strip with it is you actually street drive this thing.
Yeah, like this was literally my daily driver, and I wanted to continue keeping this car my daily driver. So no matter how gnarly it got or how ridiculous it was, it still had to pass the test of firing up every single morning, driving me around to the grocery market to go run to clients or whatever, you know, not break down, be zero maintenance. So
I'm laughing over here, obviously, because I've seen part of the car. I've seen it's all caged out, you know, everything about, I see the narrowed down rear end. I mean, it's a friggin' full on drag car, you know?
I mean, and it kind of shifted from the like bottom dollar, like cheapest we could possibly do to like, let's build a real deal competitive drag and drive car. The issue with the drag and drive stuff, you can go crazy, you could put the big horsepower in it, but obviously reliability goes down and it takes a hit.
That's right,
So I wanted to really do my best at finding that limit of what I can get away with being true zero maintenance, and literally just changing the oil every couple thousand miles, just putting gas in it and you know, going fast.
So before we get deeper into today's episode, I want to make you guys aware of a company called ARI Appraisal, ARIappraisal.com, because they're the only company I know that offers a fully comprehensive auto appraisal all done online for a flat fee of 250 bucks. So for $250, literally a step-by-step walk you through the process. You'll have a fully comprehensive auto appraisal you can use for estate planning, insurance purposes, all the reasons that you need an appraisal. So let's jump back in with Griffin and have some more fun here, man.
Honestly,
Boy, that's a tight clearance right there.
Oh, it's you couldn't fit a piece of paper between your throttle body.
Yeah. Wow, bonkers and definitely not pretty.
But you know, honestly, like it still has the factory firewall, factory, like no joke, factory 300,000 mile struts, factory 300,000 mile brakes, cross member steering components, everything I did not touch. So we'll keep it under 150, okay?
Yeah, so. exactly. We're not doing 7-second runs today.
Yeah.
You obviously fully built this engine then.
Yeah, so it's got a forged crank, billet steel rods, forged pistons in it. It's got, you know, Hustler's camshaft in it, his specific cylinder heads. I mean, literally, I called Nick and I said, you spec everything out, because normally I have my hand in every single piece of the project.
Yeah.
This time I'm like, dude, you know what? Here you go. This is what we're doing. Zero maintenance. I want to make some pretty dang good power. And again, zero maintenance. I kept beating that on him and I said, okay, you do your thing. Call me when it's done. And here it is.
So what are your tunes on it? What's your bass and what's your go ballistic?
The way you change power levels is changing pulleys. When I'm at the track, I basically swap the 2 rear cog pulleys. It speeds the blower up 27 more.
So it's not done by tune?
No. If it was a turbo motor, then yes, I can change wastegate settings to bring in more power. This, it is what it is. It's only gonna turn the blower as hard as the pulleys will let it.
Gotcha.
We'll be cruising around right now. It should make in the 830-ish horsepower range.
At the tire?
Yeah.
That's your like grocery getter daily drive.
Yeah, that's
modality.
the good gas mileage. Just cruise around
good
town.
Gas mileage. No, it goes from making 4 to 5.
No, honestly, like on E85, because it's flex fuel and it computes with ethanol content and stuff.
Yeah.
On E85, it gets around 13 miles a gallon on the highway. No, it honestly gets really good gas mileage because it's a smaller motor. It's 370 cubic inches. So far, I've got right around 2,100 miles on this thing. Flawless. Literally, truly flawless.
The whole car, the front of the car is all original stuff. The suspension,
everything underneath is literally from the factory. Yeah.
Now, you said 300,000 miles. You're not talking about 300,000 mile brakes, pads, rotors.
I put fresh AutoZone brake pads on it for the shoot, so. I just, just to be safe.
You guys just killing me. Do you guys see I'm getting mildly nervous here? Jokingly, I say that. I mean, look, 2,100 miles right away makes me feel better than when, because we have had cars show up here with 50 miles on it and you go, I wonder what's gonna happen while we're driving. Because something's gonna happen.
That first 500 miles, you basically, you have your list to do when you build the car. Once it's done, that list starts all over with your to-do stuff after you work the kinks out and all these little things.
I get it. I suppose testament to Volvo, right, is that they built something that can handle you putting that kind of power to everything up front. Wild, dude.
I like to test myself and my friends and people who are around me. After I put the motor in it and I did some sheet metal work, some light sheet metal work, I brought it to Woods Performance. We basically said, okay, here, it's Wednesday, I want to drive the car home Sunday. And there wasn't a single wire in the car, no fuel plumbing, transmission plumbing, coolant lines, exhaust. So we had to do wiring, plumbing, the whole 9 yards. And no joke, the car drove out of the driveway on Sunday. So in about 3 days, we did what it takes people months to do.
Yeah.
So and again, with zero issues after the fact.
Great,
Woods Performance,
Griffin.
those people are some good people, and man, they kick ass.
Yeah.
It's got a 4L80 built by Chris at Maximum Off-Road Transmission. Super bulletproof. I've done some dumb stuff with this thing, and
I'm sure you
haven't broken it. So testament to them. Rear end is a 9-inch from Gear FX. It's got a 3.0 gear in it, which makes a lot of people kind of raise some eyebrows. Why do you have a 3.0 gear in the thing? So
tall.
Yeah. So that way we can go 80 miles an hour or 75 or whatever at 2,000 RPMs on the freeway. Just zero drama.
And I'm guessing with you, is it a manual valve body?
Yep, full manual.
Yeah, of course.
With the trans brake.
Of course, yeah. Shows how much I don't know about a Volvo. Are they full frame cars?
No, they are unibody cars, but when you start slicing them up, you can see square tube pieces running the length of the car. So it's kind of a little bit of both. I say it's a unibody car because that's what they're kind of classified as.
Okay.
But one other shop that was a huge part of this build was Jeff Jones. His name is Rat Raw Jeff. Jeff literally knocked the entire chassis out, the cage, 4-link, sheet metal in the back, everything in 2.5 weeks.
And his own 4-link that he makes?
We bought the 4-link kit. I think it was a generic whatever kit, nothing special.
So all the chassis work, all the cage work, the rear end.
Jeff did all that. He's the one that cut the rear end, fit it in there, did all the sheet metal work, the cage, everything.
It looks considerably narrowed.
It's the rear end, the housing itself was pretty narrow. We got good offset wheels. You know, the weld wheels are pretty good offset that fit right in there. So, and of course, the only really true fancy parts that are in this car are the shocks. The QA1 Mod Series shocks was honestly one of the best things I've done, because I bought some lower grade kind of budget shocks to get the thing up and running and take it to the track the first couple times.
Yeah.
And it did all right, but when we put the Mod Series shocks, it was literally, it dropped 1/10.5 off the 60 foots, and you know, it was a big improvement. So
wow. The part that cracks me up too is when I was looking at it from the side earlier, obviously you see the weld bead lock and
the factory
totally stock fat. I mean, if you looked at the car now, obviously if you didn't see the blower popping through the hood, but I mean, you look at this car anywhere from here forward, you're like, ah, look at that ratty old
it's just
Volvo
another station wagon.
Safest car in the world. No, not this one. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. What's the wheel tire size here?
They're 15 by 10s, 10-inch wide wheel on a Mickey Thompson 275 Pro. It's on a radial.
And side dump exhaust. And what's with that? Because it's gnarly sounding. It's loud.
These are the biggest mufflers I could possibly fit underneath the car while keeping decent ground clearance. Once we're up and cruising, you'll see it hums right along. We can have a normal conversation in the car, and and it's good.
I'm just giggling, dude. I'm standing here looking at this car, just you know what I'm saying? I mean, you bought the car for $2,000, you're not gonna take offense. It is so ratty, dude. It's so ratty
looking. It looks like it came out of the desert after sitting for 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. It really does. That's cool. You gave them, obviously, the guy's a good friend. You really trust him to give the credit for Hustler Race engines.
Yeah, Nick is the man when it comes to building engines and big horsepower stuff. So
yeah,
I have lights underneath the car, so if it's at night and we need to service stuff, it lights up all the suspension and everything, so we can service everything and be able to work on it. And
man, this thing is just all about business, but you do have room to put groceries.
Totally. And I still do have the factory rear-facing seat. I want to get it reupholstered in, and eventually we'll put a third seat back there for a rear passenger.
Go make passes at Irwindale with 5 people in the car.
Wheels up, going down the track,
So it's caged all the way through front and rear?
Yes.
Everything,
Yes, and it's kind of, it's got 2 tubes that run basically the length of the car from the beginning of the 4-link bracket all the way to the firewall. Basically box everything in. So this car is extremely stiff and rigid, and it does what it's supposed to do, and it puts the forces in the suspension and not into the body. As far as the drag racing part of this thing goes, I don't really even have to deal with power management or traction control because the thing works so good. I really do need to hit up QA1 for front struts to control the front end because the thing just wheelies every single time.
Wild. And I'm guessing those are made because I find it hard to believe that you can just go buy some like DSE mini tubs that fit a Volvo.
No, everything, like all the sheet metal work is hand done by Jeff Jones, and he just knocked it out of the park for how fast he did it. And man, he just super talented guy.
Is it beautiful show car? Hell no, it's not even close to that, which is bitching.
Yeah.
And the idea that you've already got 2,100 miles on this car since building it.
Right.
You guys will love this. So today the guys hit me up and they go, hey, we're helping out Griffin. We're towing him back to the shop right now because his car won't run.
I showed up, you never said the car had to be running.
And I thought, okay, cool. It's part of the process. You go out and build it. I know you beat on it, so that means you probably broke something.
Yeah.
And all it was that little chunk of wood stuck in.
I'm thinking, I'm like, of course, the entire time this car's been done, 0 issues until it comes to an important video shoot, and then poof, it just doesn't want to work.
Of course you gotta have an issue. But that was cool. That was a plier fix.
It didn't cost me any money, so it's a good day.
That was an easy fix.
It's a good day.
And dude, I noticed from looking in here before, I'm curious what this turn signal lever's from, because that bus up there has this same exact turn signal.
Does it really? Daniel Woods, he sourced that one, so I don't know where he got that from or what vehicle he sourced it from or whatever. There was literally not a single wire in the car, not even for headlights, taillights, wipers. We put all that stuff back in.
Yeah, I got it. I'm always shocked that I don't see more Momo seats, belts and stuff. I love Momo products.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you see it in European cars.
Right,
well, it is a European car technically. But you know what I mean, dude. It's pretty rare you see every other brand before you see Momo.
Exactly.
And every time I do, I'm like, that's such a quality product, man.
They're great. They get the job done and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
You have a Volvo wheel as well?
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
An ammo can I had laying around, that was the perfect height for the shifter. So sweet, weld it in there, fine, it's all good, you know, just, that's how
That's
we
what that is?
Yeah, it's an ammo can.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we have dome lights and then underhood engine lights as well to service stuff. And,
yeah. Boy, and just all about business. I mean, the Holly Dash, and that's about it, huh?
Yeah, and it's got a Holly Dominator, and that's honestly the only ECU that I use for all the cars is a Holly Dominator. I can make adjustments on the fly from the dash, so tune adjustments, launch RPM changes, anything from the dash. I don't need a laptop. I mean, shoot, just 2 weeks ago, I was at the track and I made 7 back-to-back passes without shutting the car off. So, you know,
and what kind of times do you run in this car?
It's only done 1/8 mile so far, so it's gone 6.0s in the 1/8. Quarter mile, it should go deep in the 8s.
That's a fast car, dude.
And this is the slowest car I own.
Knowing that this car's in the 8 second, you guys might see me tap out, but we are gonna go for a drive right now.
Yeah, let's hop in and go burn some fuel.
Before we go do some burnouts with Griffin, just got to announce that we've got a new shirt that I'm super excited about. We're calling this one the Autotopia LA Legends Series because you'll see the artwork on the back. We've grabbed from a bunch of iconic LA locations that we all go to out here on our bikes, in our cars, super cool spots. So on April 5th at 5 p.m., the Autotopia LA Legends Series shirt will be live and available to buy. Now let's go do some burnouts, man. Is that what you're setting it in? So you haven't done that yet. You've been in the 8+ at the tire.
Yeah, I've had it a little higher, probably right around that 1,000 mark. I'm having an issue when it's on really high boost. The throttle blades get sucked closed because the little motors aren't strong enough to keep them open, and you can see in the data log the blade will start doing this, and then it says nope, shut them, like go into error mode, because I'm commanding wide open and they start doing this.
Got it. So to protect the engine, it just shuts down.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Should I give it gas?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But just that little blip, dude, I can tell it's like, oh God, there's a lot going on here. I can't get over that. That's what I drive every day, you know? Just pulling up next to Priuses and Teslas and moms in their BMWs and Mercedes, you know?
People lose their mind because they see like the rear tires, like, wait a second, something ain't right. And they see the blower and then they're like, oh my God, they lose their mind.
I mean, kind of any angle you look at this thing, you know there's some business going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, because the weld beadlock fat tire, what's going on here? The narrowed rear end, what's up? The blower.
Right.
There's the temptation to call it sleeper, but there's no sleeping on this thing. There's no sleeper at all.
But I still get guys come up on me because they see something's up, and I'm like, dude, you really sure you want to do that in your 7 Series Beamer? Like, your M3, are you really sure?
Yeah. And they're stumped because they think their car's a bruiser.
Yeah.
I love it. I tell you, bro, it never gets old to me.
I know.
The sound, that initial oh shit.
Yeah. Damn, bro, my ears.
Oh, come on, dude. Holy crap, oh man, come on.
That's a daily.
Oh my God. Yeah, just the grocery
That's a
getter.
little putt-putt car.
When you're in it hard, does it still feel semi-mild to you?
Oh yeah, no, it feels like a dud. This power level is perfect for this car because it doesn't annihilate the tires everywhere, it hooks.
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, it's daunting, man.
When you leave off the trans brake and you're full throttle at 5,000 RPM and you let go of that button, it's kind of like, okay, I really hope I tighten that drive shaft U-bolts. I really hope I tighten all those mounts. Like it's kind of like, okay, like this is a test right now. When I let go of this button, is everything good?
Drag racing and hardcore off-road stuff, it seems like the level of safety requirements and redundancy towards safety is ridiculously crucial because the pressure you put your vehicle under. Dude, I just don't know how to wrap my head around that, man. I'm not scared of you, it just freaks me out, that acceleration. So, fuck. If I tap out, you guys don't give me shit, because if you do, I got one of these waiting for you. That's so intense, and you're just like nothing.
No, it's
not fair. Man.
If you get enough seat time in it, you'll get used to it. But you gotta love that blower response. It's
intense, bro.
It's right now.
Dude, dramatically different than twin turbo cars.
Oh yeah, this is way more violent.
Your low end is right now, boom, explosion.
Yes.
Wild, brother.
And then it just tames down and it cruises nice and it's nice and quiet.
Yeah, I'm good with cruising right now.
Let the heart rate come down.
You guys can laugh all you want. I don't know if you've been in a car that's a mid. You said like this would be about a mid 8-second car.
Yeah, well right now, I mean, we're 450 horsepower down from what it normally is. But the thing is, it's dead hooking right now. That's why it's fast. Like those little blasts, like that was a 60, 70 mile an hour jump in that little blast.
So a second or so.
Yeah.
That's nasty, man.
Yeah, like we'll do a first gear like roll on too. Like here, we'll slow down a little bit. There's a little, we'll be careful with it. So it wants to get a little shifty on you because that's first gear.
Yeah, I felt that. The radar couldn't even clock you there. Did you see that?
Well, we were only going 30 miles an hour or so.
Yeah, that's all. I know. It just feels like a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
It's really wild, too, how it feels, how much the front travels.
It's got travel.
Yeah,
it's got and honestly, that helps. That's what helps this car hook up on marginal surfaces. So, you know, thank you, Volvo engineers in the 1970s and 80s for giving us struts that can work good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
First gear, it wiggles,
Yeah.
and not radically though. That wasn't a
It's
scary
controllable.
wiggle, but
I just give it a little bit of wheel.
yep. Jesus! Get a little. driving sideways and throwing thumbs ups, dude. Not right. I am truly a pussy. Holy shit, man.
That was a good pull right there.
That was, plus you started having to turn, so it wiggled you left.
I think we're getting on the crown of the road a little bit, so I'm like, I'd come back a little bit. All right, we're good. Click second gear, and
yeah, it really trips me out, dude. It really genuinely does. Anyone that has the ability to drive a car that's headed towards out of control, and you just kind of, it's fun for me. You don't even notice it because you're doing it, but really good drivers, your inputs are always very mild and relaxed on steering. Even guys that are drifting.
Oh yeah.
I've been with drift guys where they just wait for the wheel to come around. They just let it slide and grab it.
Smooth as fast.
Nice and easy, you know. Yep. My first thought is, ah!
You gotta grip the roof? Yeah, do one of those. No, it's do the exact opposite of what you instinctually want to do.
Until it becomes instinctual, I'll bet, right?
And then if you're heading towards a wall, then yeah, you should, do something about it. But
Yeah. Out of it.
Oh yeah, that was a good one right there. We had to swap sides a little bit.
First gear dig, it really wiggles on you, huh?
Second gear, it hooks everywhere.
Yeah.
If I got a Turbo S pull up next to me or a ZL1 or whatever, just leave it in second gear. I mean, the thing will do 130 something miles an hour in second gear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stomach just like right about here right now.
You can't even see the road behind us. People are stopping.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you smoked the shit out of it, dude. Holy cow, it's still smoked up back there.
Dude, people stop driving.
Well, as you can probably tell from inside the car, that was a blast riding along with my pal Griffin. It's been a while since we've shot, and it's really fun to hang out and shoot with him again and get the ride of a lifetime in a friggin' Volvo, man. And do me a favor, if you don't mind, you guys, go hit him up on Instagram, Griffin Steinfeld. Give him a follow. It's a fun one to follow. He's always up to crazy cool stuff. I want to leave you with a reminder that we are getting ready to drop our Autotopia LA podcast channel. It'll live on YouTube as well as all the other places where podcasts exist. I'm going to keep reminding you so when it's time, boom, you jump on it. So as always, you guys, a big thanks for hanging and watching what we do here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right, you guys, later.